I don't believe he has, Your Honor.
He can sign a $1,000 OR bond. He will have to go to the jail to get fingerprinted.
Yes, Your Honor.
Not right here.
And
Just sign it. That's your OR bond.
one of
Yes, Your Honor.
the next hearing is July 27th at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just wait out in the lobby. One of us will bring you out of this form so you can take it to the jail and get fingerprinted.
Thank you.
So what I'm going to do, sometimes I have to dismiss cases to teach the police officers a lesson. They file it in the wrong court. You're supposed to be in traffic court, not, this court is criminal court. Non-jailable offenses. So that doesn't mean you're reinstated to your driving privilege. It just means I'm going to dismiss the charge so that hopefully in the future they'll file it in the right court.
Yes, sir.
So you're getting a lucky break. The charges are dismissed. I would advise you to try to get a driver's license before you drive anymore. They're saying you don't have one. I don't know if that's true, but if it is true, you need to take care of it. This doesn't cure it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're free to go.
Thank you, sir.
Greglin, Anya Greglin.
And ma'am, are you Anya Greglin?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Greglin, it's alleged July the 5th at 7:43 p.m. in Perry Township, you Greglin?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Greglin, it's alleged July the 5th at 7:43 p.m. in Perry Township, you were operating, well, it's going to be the same thing. They are alleging a first-degree misdemeanor driving under suspension issue, which is a jailable offense. They're saying you were driving under suspension. It's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. So that is a jailable offense. And they're alleging you were speeding going 69 in a 55. So you are in the right court. Do you understand those two charges?
Yes, sir.
The speeding is non-jailable. Maximum penalty is $150 fine on that. Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to these charges?
For the first one, I'm not sure.
We're talking about the driving under suspension?
Yes.
That's the most significant one. So let's enter a not guilty plea. Do you want a lawyer?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. I'm looking at his report. He's saying that you had a permit only, and you, to have be driving validly with a permit, you have to have a licensed driver in the front seat with you over the age of 21 that you did not. So that's the basis of the charge.
Yes, sir.
So how do you want to proceed? You still want to enter a not guilty plea?
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting the charge is true, and that waives your rights to have a trial and lawyer. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the officer says you were in the left lane passing. He clocked you at 69, 68, 69 miles an hour, and that when he stopped you, you were accompanied by a juvenile in the front seat and no other passengers, and that you only had a permit, and you're not allowed to drive with a permit without a licensed driver over the age of 21 in the front seat. What do you say about that?
That's true.
Okay, so the other thing I would say, and this was on US 52, did you know what the speed limit was?
No, sir.
Okay.
I thought it was a 65.
Well, you're still pushing it a little bit. I mean, you don't even have a license yet, and you're going, by your account, 4 miles over the speed limit, but you're actually doing 14 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Yes, sir.
Without a license and without the appropriate person in the front seat with you. Okay, so we're working. What are you doing?
Working.
What do you do?
I work at a gas station.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give you a $50 fine, court costs, 2 days in jail, and I'll suspend both days on the conditions you do 1 day community service.
Yes.
And that'll take care of it, pay your fine. On the speed, I'll impose a $30 fine.
Okay.
So 2 years of level 5 probation. I'll set a review hearing for you January the 11th of next year, 2027. So as long as you take care of everything by January 11th of next year, you don't have to show back up. If you blow it off and don't take care of it and don't show up for your hearing, you get a warrant. And that's a, you know, I don't want you to go to jail, but if you blow it off and don't take care of it, that's a way you can go to jail, by not coming to your hearing and not taking care
I'll
of
be
it.
here.
Well, just take care of it before January. You got a lot of time to take care of it before January 11th.
I'll probably take care of it today, honestly.
Okay, you're going to meet with Mr. Major in probation. He's going to give you, everything I'm telling you is on what's called a judgment entry. She's typing it up right now. If you forget, this is for everybody, look, if you forget, I know you have a smartphone in your pocket, right? And you can get on the internet. Lawrence County Municipal Court, we have a website. You can go there. Forgetting or losing your paperwork is not a reason not to do what you're ordered to do. Because I have people say, well, I forgot, or I don't have my paperwork. It's on the website. You can put in a record search for your name, and it'll show you what you're supposed to do when you have to come back. There's no excuses for not.
Would I have to
Okay.
talk to my recruiter about that?
No, if you get, I don't think this will stop you from going in the Army,
Okay.
but it, you know, it's not going to excuse you. You got, that's giving you 6 months to get this done. You got 1 day of community service and pay a little bit of fine on court costs.
Okay, thank
So
you.
you should do it before December. Then go on and have a great career.
Thank you,
okay?
sir.
I don't think this is going to stop you from getting in the Army. If your recruiter says it is, then you need to come back in, talk to the probation officer. We'll put something on the docket, and I want the recruiter here to tell me that it's stopping you from getting in the Army, but I don't think it will.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so meet with Mr. Major. When you leave the courtroom, make a 90-degree left in that counter on your left side. That's the probation. $30 fine, say on that. $30 fine on the speed.
State of Ohio recalls Richard Bennett II, case number CRA 26394. Richard Bennett II. Your Honor, Mr. Mayor.
All right, so I'll issue a warrant. Obviously, he was going to be dirty. So he left before he did the urine screen.
He came over, said he needed a minute, said he's gonna go outside to smoke a cigarette. I walked outside, got in the car and left.
The eventual issue.
State of Ohio. State of Ohio versus Stephen Douglas, case number CRB 26416.
All right, you're Stephen Douglas.
Yes, sir.
Assault is a first-degree misdemeanor and carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine.
Yes.
How do you plead to the charge?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
What do you do?
I work at the Riverbend Golf Course.
Are you,
Yes.
how much per hour?
$10.50 an hour.
Okay, you're eligible for court-appointed counsel then. Mr. Davenport, I'll appoint you to represent Mr. Douglas. Not guilty plea is entered for Mr. Douglas. Sarah Douglas. Not guilty plea is entered for Mr. Douglas. Is there a protection order requested?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any problem with you staying away from Ashton Davis?
No, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to order that you stay away from him
Okay.
while this is pending. That's called a protection order.
Sign in both spots right there. Sign there and there.
And let me see when you will be setting the case.
I'll give you a copy of that way, okay?
The 27th of July or after, Mr. Davenport, whatever. works for you after that date? July 27th or after?
27th, Your Honor?
Yeah. 27th works for you?
Yes, sir, it does.
Okay, July 27th will be the next hearing. It'll be a pretrial at 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Not guilty, please enter.
I'm sorry.
The 27th, he will need to sign an OR bond.
Your Honor, he's got a bond up.
He's got a bond up. That's right, what Mr. Sauer says. So I'll continue the bond. He still will need to go get fingerprinted if he hasn't already.
He has been fingerprinted, Your Honor.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you admit or deny you missed that hearing?
I admit it.
Do you have an explanation why you missed?
I just have bad anxiety.
Okay, you did do your community service, you still, and you paid some on your fine, you still have a balance of $165.
I thought I just paid that when I was out there.
Okay, well, it won't show up yet then. There's not, it does show 165 was paid today, so if that clears it up, does that show clear in the computer?
No, it's still showing $165, but it was a card payment and it won't show till Monday.
Okay, how did you pay it?
I paid some with cash and some with card.
Here at the court or
Yeah,
online?
just online with the
Okay,
card.
well, it takes a while to hit, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'll give you another date, and if it's cleared by then, you ought to come back.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus David Abrams, case number TRC 20-2197, A, B, C, and D.
AP,
Yes, sir. I was just out of town working and couldn't get back, and then when I did, you were closed last week, so.
okay, it's a good report. You just have to pay off your fines, and you just make a payment today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Mondays or Fridays for your
Whatever works for you.
manner. August 24th will be your next hearing, 9 a.m. So free to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Austin Carmen, case number CRV 26305, A and B.
This was set for a pretrial on Monday, July the 6th. My notes were had told the court you were going to hire a lawyer. Have you done so?
No, Your Honor. I talked to Chris Lauder, and I'm laid off currently at Superior Marine. He said I could qualify for a court-appointed attorney.
So do you have no income coming in now, or?
No, sir, I'm waiting on unemployment.
Yes,
Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
yes,
How do you want to plead to the charge?
not guilty,
Do you have money to hire a lawyer?
no,
Do you have a job?
no,
Income?
yes,
I'll appoint Mr. Steyer to represent you. She's supposed to bond, I think. Yeah, she has a bond up. So your bond's continued. Yeah, I think ma'am, were you fingerprinted at the jail?
yes,
You were at the jail, so it looks like you should have been fingerprinted. 27th of
31st, Your Honor? Well, does Friday or Monday matter to you?
no, it doesn't
Okay.
matter.
31st then, Your Honor.
July 31st will be
State of Ohio versus Jason Caldwell, set for a pretrial, Your Honor, CRV 26378.
We're starting pre-trials now.
We're willing to do a 90-day continuance and dismiss the charges with the payment of court costs if there are no further problems.
Okay. You understand what that means, basically?
In order to stay away, not a protection order, but in order to stay away, you want that to remain in effect?
Yes, Your Honor.
No problem with that.
October 9th. October 9th, case will be dismissed then, if there's been no further problems, and the court costs are paid.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. That'll be at 10 o'clock.
Judge, I don't know where he is. I've had no contact with him. I would ask that if a warrant issue be held 7 days, I will attempt to locate him.
My notes were he was supposed to go to Bethesda. I don't know if he did.
He ran, so you got it.
Oh,
Okay.
that's why he didn't contact me. I'm guessing.
And looks like these are all misdemeanors, so it'll be a warrant issued from this court.
State of Ohio versus Miranda Brandenburg.
Judge, I spoke with my client. This is a felony matter. We were going to waive to the grand jury in return. Mr. Hill's not going to post her bond being transferred, which may or not matter when we get in common pleas, but certainly it's a start.
Okay. She has no arm on her.
Yes.
So there's a waiver then. Okay, so ma'am, what I would think you need to do is keep track of whether an indictment's been returned and get yourself to the court in Ironton on your own so that they don't change the bond. I mean, you got the best bond you can possibly get, but I've been told that still could happen even if you show up. So, but I would think.
When do I show up?
Well, that's the hard part. You got to keep track of. There's a website for the clerk at the Common Police Court. If it was me, what I would do is go on there every couple of days. I'd check my name to see if I've been indicted, and it'll tell you on there when your arraignment date is.
Did you see the good license?
Yes. He's got his license back.
You got it with you?
Yeah, I've had him for 3 months now. Okay. Your Honor, the state has offered Ms. Markle a 90-day continuance. I believe the same offer had been made to Mr. Gannon with the intention that one set of court costs be paid.
We'll pay that,
And
Judge.
if there's no further problems, there'd be a dismissal. We're agreeable to that and would waive time constraints to accommodate it.
Mr. Smith?
Likewise, Judge, my client is willing to pay the one court cost for himself and for Luke's client. In addition, there was a driving under suspension charge. He is now showing his driver's license is valid. I think the state's going to need to deny that, consider he's now valid.
Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
That's case number 26787. So that will be nollied by the state since he's reinstated. The other two cases are domestics. We'll continue then to October 9th. Be dismissed then if there's no further problems. And costs are paid on Mr. Gannon's case. Ms. Markle's will be dismissed if there's no further problems. She doesn't have to pay costs.
State of Ohio versus Geronimo and Jarrell. Case number TRC 26382, A and B.
Can we approach on this one, Judge?
Mr. Smith's case after pre-trial. March 7th. Okay, what's been represented to the court at the bench conference is that Mr. Jarrell is going to enter a plea, and the state's willing to treat this as a first for some evidentiary reasons, but there actually was a prior in 2025.
Yes, Judge.
Correct?
That is correct, Judge.
One thing you need to understand, the consequences of if you do this, Mr. Jarrell, these are cumulative. So the more of these you get, if you get a third offense, it gets real serious. Because it's going to go on your record. You're going to jump from a first, you could jump from a first offense treatment. The vehicle can be ordered forfeited on a third offense. It's probably the most serious consequence. And you can get up to a 12-year license suspension. And the other thing I would say, you should make sure it's never going to happen again, because it's going to get really serious next time. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You still willing to do it under those circumstances?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you have a right to make a statement to me if you want. Do you have anything that you want to say about this before I sentence you?
I'll make sure that won't happen again.
Okay. Well, I hope so. Either don't drink and drive, or now, I mean, you live in Proctorville, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, there's Ubers. You can get an Uber in Proctorville, and it's like $10 to go to Huntington. That's a lot cheaper than the consequences of getting an OVI. So if you're going to do it, but you got to think about these things in advance and plan it out. Like, how am I going to get back and forth, not just go drink and then jump in the car because you haven't made any plans. That's and put people at risk. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and treat it as a first offense because the state says there's some possible problems with some of the evidence, and they felt like this was an appropriate compromise. Then if you get another one.
Okay.
So I will give you a $400 fine, order you to pay the court costs. It'll be a 6-month license suspension, and you barely made that. The law has been changed as of March 19th, and this was just like 8 days before. The legislature just toughened up the law. Now on a first offense, minimum 1-year license suspension rather than 6 months. It used to be 6 months. Now it's going up to 1 year. Or if you got a term. Saying he just wants limited driving.
Hey, Judge, there was a limited driving privilege order already entered. I assume it's still.
You'll need a new one, though.
Correct.
So you can have limited driving privileges. Suspension was from the day of the incident because he had an automatic license suspension. So March 7th is when it started.
That order does provide he can drive the DIP school, which you'll have to set up.
Yeah.
So that's.
He'll be ordered to go to driver intervention programs, do 30 hours of community service. When is your next review hearing? Let's just put everything together. You know when it is?
I don't know, Judge.
Okay, we'll look it up. Let's find out when his review is on the other case. Just things up on the other file.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Case number CRB 29390, TRC 252939.
Mr. Smith's case set for pretrial.
This, she had a couple of OVIs. This is on a disruptive conduct, I believe, today. the state, I understand, is willing to kind of hold that in abeyance, kind of further incentive to see that she completes treatment. I think Bree has a report for us.
Yes, so she did complete her assessment yesterday, and they have her scheduled for the future, but her counselor just asked for more information on her charges and stuff like that.
Okay. She has an ODI pending. It looks like she pled guilty to that back in March. We were waiting for her to complete treatment, and it looks like,
And she just recently got another charge.
yeah, she's got a new charge unrelated to the ODI. Look at the ODI. There was a hearing screen on the ODI, and then this is a CRB case number, so that's a disorderly conduct.
Yes.
And I think there was allegation that she was intoxicated then. Yeah, causing a risk of physical harm to herself or others while being voluntarily intoxicated. So the indication is, to me, a serious alcohol problem.
And she did complete IUDS yesterday, and she passed it. It was only positive for amphetamines, which she is prescribed, so. But I will.
And leave the disorderly just pending, and it should be dismissed if she keeps up her end of the.
Well, our ODI is still pending. She pled
Yes.
guilty to it in March, but she's been seeking counseling. So at some point, we need the sentence on that.
Approach, Your Honor.
Yes.
You had some issues yesterday when you were passing out.
Was it passing out?
That's what. Probably you got the same prosecutor. What happened yesterday?
I was, huh? Yeah, but I want to explain something.
It's March.
That I was fighting with Hayes or something. I wasn't. He wouldn't even talk to me.
There's an indication that Tom David.
She's in our outpatient mental health program.
How long has she been with?
She's been with TPC. She's done about 2 years. She graduated inpatient and moved to our outpatient program. She was in transitional with us.
She has 2 pending ODIs.
Yeah.
One in March and one in May.
So our clinical director had given a recommendation of 2.5 level of care, and she had refused, and she wanted to stay on outpatient only.
Am I on talk?
Ohio recalls Jeremiah and Jarrell, case number TRC 2594A and TRA 2539.
So let's go ahead and finish up on this one. Um, 20 days in jail, all suspended. Set his review for, has that happened?
He's going to, he's not done it yet, but he was waiting to see what happened here. He doesn't understand, he does have to move it, he'll be right back.
Okay, I'll impose a $50 fine, which I also need to meet with probation. January 11th is his review hearing of next year.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus McKinsey-Spride, case number CRB 26273.
Who's telling you, the counselor?
Mm-hmm, it's my case manager.
Oh, our case manager's not here just to give a progress.
He walked out with.
Here he
There he
is.
is.
Okay. You doing well? Okay.
Nothing even much better.
Okay. The last time was-
No, wait.
We're doing better than last time? Okay.
There's 3 of them there.
About 3.
Not 3.
Josh.
That's one of my concerns.
I will be living with my boyfriend and his family in Chesapeake.
You're still in high school, right?
Yes, I will be
Well,
finishing.
certainly wasn't appropriate when I was in high school, but we live in a different age, don't we?
Do we?
Is that a question? I would never say, I'm gonna go live with my girlfriend. And that wasn't gonna happen. Wasn't gonna be allowed.
Your Honor, I'm planning on finishing high school. I'm going to Collins Career Center this year. And I'll continue doing my therapy.
The problem is, I think that there's a lot of tension with her mother, and obviously she's of age now. How old is the boy? And you're going to the vacation?
Collins Career Center for Healthcare Foundations.
Okay. All right, I'll allow the transition to outpatient and the living arrangements that were suggested in court, and set another pretrial in a month or so, Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir, I'm here August 10th or 17th.
Let's do the 17th.
Okay.
When's school start? It may have been started by then.
I can do the 10th.
Do you want me to bring her completion certificate for next time? Like
Yes,
for inpatient?
She's gonna continue without.
Yes, she is. She's still keeping me on also throughout.
All right, very good. August the 10th, let's make that the next one.
State of Ohio versus Harley Porter, case number TRC 26375.
Mr. Smith's case, pretrial.
Judge, we're not able to get this result this morning. I'm going to file a discovery demand. If we can come back in 3 weeks to a month, they'll have that chance to respond to it.
July.
I can do the 31st. I've got a trial the 22nd.
Let's go
31st.
into August, the 31st is getting pretty.
Okay, August 3rd, 10th, or
3rd is
7th.
good.
Yes, sir.
August 3rd. 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio. State of Ohio versus Christy Rice-Tindler, case number TRC 26835.
Judge, this is a lower score, and I don't know that there may be a suppression issue, but I'd like to file discovery, come back on August 3rd if we could, because there's some issue with what was a breath test at the time she was driving, potentially. If we could set a
Pre-trial will be August 3rd, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Matthew Scott, case number TRC 242063, ABC.
Yeah. Yes.
Mr. Smith's case, separate pre-trial.
Yes, I spoke with the prosecutor this morning, Judge. We were not able to resolve it. Same situation. I will file discovery before I leave today. I don't know how crowded August 3rd is, but
We can do 3rd.
okay.
August 3rd will be the next pre-trial.
And at this point, Judge, I think sufficient time has gone by that he would be eligible for driving permit, limited if the court's inclined to grant that.
Any objection from the state?
Let's see. If the sufficient time has passed.
Yeah, this is an old case.
Yeah, this is a 24
Yeah.
case.
It's a 2024 case.
won't take a position on, I mean, I guess I'd like to know what would cause this to take so long to get back before the court.
Judge, and it would just be limited to work. He doesn't have doctors, he's under doctor's care, anything like that. Just want to come to court and work, to and from work.
Is there an explanation as to why it's taken 2 years for him to get into court?
Judge, we talked at the hearing, we talked about that. He, for lack of, got cold feet, a week turned into a month, turned into, it's been so long, if I show up, they're going to put me in jail. He reached out to me, I got him in, but he just froze, for lack of better, there's more time
Well, I guess
passing.
we need to check to see, because he had he was charged with driving under suspension at the time, so I can't give him a permit if he still has a suspended license.
Judge, he's not sure. Let me check, and I maybe bring it up the next hearing, because I don't obviously want to put him or the court in that position, but we'll find out.
All right, next hearing is August 3rd.
So to be in favor in Ohio?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, check and see.
All right, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Philip Wallace, case number CRB 26.
Judge, there will be a change of plea in this matter after my speaking with the prosecutor. Here's my understanding, the state is going to offer a 30-day jail sentence, which will be suspended, condition of probation. You have an anger management assessment, and if he assesses for treatment, he will comply with treatment, and there will also be a no contact order issued out of this court.
Is that correct, Mr. Wallace?
Can I just read, did you just use the word probation?
Yeah, probation. Make sure you do your anger management.
What are the guidelines for those? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that part.
You want to take a break and talk about it?
Judge, yeah, I thought somebody else, if we could bring, I'll talk to
We'll
you.
recall it later.
I'll make sure you, yeah. You see that in the lobby? I'll be there, I'm almost ready to come out.
State of Ohio versus Joshua Taylor, case number CRB 26-423, CRB 26-2.
Telecommunication harassment is a first-degree misdemeanor, carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. Then Keystone is a new charge, and it's violation of a protection order. And that alleges that on July the 8th in Union Township, you violated the order issued. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand these two charges?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead?
Not guilty.
You are appointed to represent you.
Yes.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
What do you do?
I'm a roofer.
Paid by the hour?
Yeah.
How much per hour?
$12.50.
Okay. How many hours a week?
Depending on the week, the weather.
Well, I have to determine your gross annual income. You know what that would be? What do you show on an income tax?
Yes. Last year was like 36,000.
Do you have family? Do you have children you're supporting?
I have custody of 2.
2? Okay, you're also.
And the DVP, we go to court for it to be dropped 29th.
Okay.
She has dropped the DVP.
And Your Honor, we've spoken with her, and that is true. The basis of the protection order was this prior charge for telecommunications harassment.
I was aggravated.
So, Christina Nunez, is that how?
Nunez, yes.
So it was our intention anyway to ask the court to put the trial after the 29th, whether she came in or not, because she had talked to us and wanted that.
Something after the 29th?
Yes, because she's taken the matter back to the common police court to ask for
Oh,
a
you don't want
protection
a
order.
free trial after the 29th of July?
Yes,
Okay.
because she's going to try to get it dismissed.
Okay. Well, do you even want to go forward with the charges then?
I'd like to see the protection order dismissed first.
All right. Well, Mr. Taylor.
Monday or Friday matter to you?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong month here. Hang on. I can do the 3rd.
State of Ohio versus Tracy Berry, case number CRB 26 421A and B, CRB 26386, CRA 26352.
All right, yeah, I think there's a new charge. I believe it's,
That's it.
some papers first. And then you're Tracy Berry. Okay, you've got two new charges, criminal mischief and menacing, and Mr. Steyer, you represented before.
I did,
So I know
Your
she's
Honor.
going to be eligible for court-appointed counsel, so I'll appoint you again.
Court so rules.
Okay.
We
I'll take-
agree.
the State will agree to that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Take judicial notice and we can prepare an entry and get that to ABH for Ms. Berry.
We would ask for a $5,000 cash surety bond. And I also believe, Your Honor, I believe that the B charge, and I think her name is Darlene Maynard.
Darlene Maynard.
Yes, we have the name spelled wrong.
Set at 5,000 cash surety bond. Council will prepare an entry on the competency issue. Set the next hearing.
Ask for
You would have
protection.
$5,000 cash surety. You can put $5,000 cash for the court, or you can hire a bondsman, we'll roughly 10%.
Okay, can I do community service again?
I don't know what that means.
You can't do it while you're.
You decide
You are correct. At one point, we did get people from the jail to do
here.
community service back in the good old
I hear
days.
it, like, I told
Not allowed anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you here. I'm
I'm
gonna,
gonna always believe
We
that.
had. That's all.
thank you.
State of Ohio versus Leonard Eisenhart, case number CRB 26420, A and B.
Somebody's got to do the entry. I want you to review it.
So are you Leonard Eisenhart? Mr. Eisenhart, it's alleged that at Fayette Township on July 7th, you knowingly caused Mark Frazier to believe you would cause physical harm to his person or property. Say anything, if you do make statements that are all on the record, they can be used against you. You have a right to have bond. Okay, I'll appoint a lawyer for you. Mr. Smith,
The jury trial Monday, Tuesday, I'll be available next Friday, I'm on he's been in jail.
well, it's just an enforce, so I don't know, what is the state's position going to be on bond for
Yeah, that would be my decision.
Eisenhart?
Well, I'm a little concerned about the fact that it says homeless on it.
Where are you from originally, Mr. Eisenhart? Is that where you're from? Where did you grow up? That way, okay.
We're probably okay with an OR bond.
I'll let him sign a $1,000 OR.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Markham, it's alleged that on October the 11th, 2025, at 11:38 p.m. in Fayette Township, you were driving a vehicle while being under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, 3-year license suspension. Minimum penalty, 3 days in treatment, $375 fine, 6-month license suspension. You're also charged with not using a turn signal. That's a minor misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is $150 fine. You understand these charges?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You do make statements. It's on the record. It can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail and to make the state of Ohio prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay.
This case was already done previously
Okay.
on August the 14th. October 14th, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
And there was a bond?
Yes, sir. And
Is this the one that Mr. Sowers bonded?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. He sent me a text about it.
Now, I have a paperwork there that I was supposed to show you stating the reasons of why I did not attend that.
You got arrested in Boyd County on October the 14th, 2025. 2 days after you bonded out here.
Yes, sir. Over these years.
And you've been incarcerated in Boyd County since? Okay. Was there an attorney appointed initially?
It does not know, he said he was going to hire an attorney.
Okay. What was the bond initially?
It was $1,000.
Okay. You think you can post a new bond?
Yes, I can.
Okay. State take any position on bond?
I wasn't completely, I didn't completely understand the reason why it's taken so long to get into court.
Well, he apparently had, I don't know if he had something pending in Boyd County that this triggered, but he got arrested there 2 days after he got arraigned here, and he's been in Boyd County Jail, is my understanding from Mr. Sowers. Yeah, and he's out of state. So I'm going to set it at $2,000 cash or surety. You think you can post that? Okay. 2,000 cash or surety, will hire his own lawyer. How long do you think that'll take?
Up to a week.
Okay, well, I can give you more time than that. I was going to set it, I could set it July 27th or August 3rd, which would you prefer? And you're sure you're going to get out of jail?
Hopefully.
Okay. If you're sure, then I don't mind going out, but I don't want to make you sit in jail for a long period of time if you're not sure. You got a family or somebody's going to post your bond?
Hopefully not.
Is she here today? Well, that's not a good sign. Okay. You want to go to August 3rd then? All right, I'll set your next hearing August 3rd at 10 o'clock, and I've got down that you're going to hire a lawyer. Any questions, sir? All right, so we'll let Mr. Sowers know that you want to post a bond. You can use other bail bonds, but he's the one that's most available. So. This is a first-degree misdemeanor, so the time you can maximally be held is August 23rd, I believe. The jail, I believe, for mental competency and was found at that evaluation to be not competent, but nothing has happened in terms of him being admitted to the hospital for this catchment area, which is after a bigger hospital located in Athens. Stand trial and should have treatment and may be restorable, but I don't know that. So if counsel doesn't object, I'll enter an order to that effect. Now he can only be held either in jail or in a mental institution until August 23rd. That's the maximum. You'll have to be discharged at that point. So I don't know what that does with your situation. And just from what I've seen of late, this is not the only case we have with people that are in similar situations. It's very,
Yes.
It's not legal brain surgery.
I hope not. I told Mr. Starr I'm one of the
Mr. Healy.
And we're in agreement with all that, Your Honor.
And I read an article recently, I was researching this a little bit, 77 of the 88 counties in Ohio, there's 88 counties in Ohio, 77 of the 88 are considered to be mental health deserts in terms of there's just not adequate services available for people with mental health issues. And what I anticipate is going to happen, then the charges are going to be dismissed. He could be picked up and do an order. He could be picked up by ABH then at the hospital, but they'll have to, that's the longest they can keep him. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, August 24th. So you should plan accordingly. I don't know what that means for you, but I want you to understand the reality of what's going to happen. Okay, August 24th will be the next hearing for Mr. Burks. It'll be a pretrial. Mr. Smith's case set for pretrial, actually.
Before we take evidence on that, I don't know if you want to do that at the end of the docket.
We'll call this at the end of the docket because there's going to be evidence.
Yes, Judge, and I'll go back and talk to him before we call it. Thank you.
So I'll leave it.
State of Ohio versus Bill Hardy, Jr., case number CRA 2685, Leonard CRA 2684.
And Mr. Hardy says he's going to represent himself.
All right, so, Your Honor, we're able to make an offer to Mr. Hardy to resolve everything. And this is after having consulted with the alleged victim in this matter, and we determined that this is a reasonable way to resolve this, given all the circumstances that we're aware of. If Mr. Hardy would plead guilty to the misdemeanor domestic violence and accept so I don't know how many days he's been in jail, I'm going to guess.
16 days.
All right, so if he served then through the weekend, this weekend, he'd have 12 days in, and we would want to suspend the remainder of 6 months if he would plead to the domestic violence, and we understand there's going to be a no contact order, and then we would nolly the other charges.
That's cool. I'm going to talk to that person.
You're in. So there was a felony strangulation charge, that's 85A, and the B case, 85B, was disrupting public services. So the state's agree. All right, do you understand that, Mr. Hardy? Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay, so you're entering a guilty plea to the assault.
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything you want to tell me about it?
I mean, honestly, I know in a lot of ways, but what I did in Huntington, when I saw her in Huntington, I was wrong for that. She went to the court.
The state's going to nolly the more serious charges, 2685A and B, are dismissed.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And guilty plea on the assault, and you served a total of how many days in jail?
9 over here.
9, and how many were you in Cabell County? 8
days over there, and they give you 16.
days you sent, right? So I'm going to give you credit for that. I'll give you a 180-day jail sentence and credit for 17. So you'll have 163 suspended. So as long as you don't violate any probation or anything, you won't have to serve those jail days. So you're ordered to stay away from Raven sites. Columbus, okay, good idea. I'll give you a $100 fine court costs. Review hearing on January the 11th of next year. Get your fine and court costs paid by then, you don't have to come down for it. Okay, well, hold on, we're not Mr. Hardy.
I can send $100
You can pay it online, you don't have to come here. We got our website, you can go there and pay your fine and court costs. January 11th for next hearing, 9 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Destiny Pruitt, case number CRB 241030.
All right, Ms. Pruitt is here today. She has been at Southern Hope. I just removed an ankle monitor from her on Monday and told her she had to finish, and she left. Was it same day or the next day?
Same day. Couple hours after.
At least she did come here to court.
I left because I was having a problem with the girl at the treatment center. I didn't need to be caught. I went to there the next day. I had a rest on the note and got into an appointment at Lawrence County Recovery. And I had set up a subrogate shot for the 22nd. I didn't need to get caught.
Okay, I want you to go back to Southern Hope. I don't, because here's the problem. If I allow one person to move, everybody wants to move. Every time somebody looks at them sideways, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna go to XYZ. And then everybody jumps back and forth. So I don't allow them unless you got a really, really good reason. Okay, I figured you would. Okay, you're released to Southern Hope without an ankle monitor, and you're going to stay and do what you're supposed to, right? And go back there and tell everybody, look, if you don't want to go to jail, you got to stay and do what you're told to do, when you're told to do it, how you're told to do it, or you're going to go to jail.
I understand.
Okay. I'll set your next pre-trial for August 3rd, 10 o'clock. You'll pick her up at the jail?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Your Honor.
I think we might there's something wrong with it. I just said it.
State of Ohio versus Randall Jenkins. Case number CRA 26-422, stated date CRC 26-10-63.
It's all right.
Randall Jenkins, are you representing Mr. Sauer on another case?
I have him on another case, Your Honor.
26-10-63, excuse me, the case you're representing him on. And charge. Have you seen the new charge?
I'm looking at it now. There's a possession of fentanyl-related compound F5 and tamper with evidence F3. We would waive reading of these. They're both felonies, so they're not going to be they're not going to be a plea entered.
And they arose out of the same incident. Looks like.
I guess I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, it's the same day as the OBI charge that he had been here on before. I set the bond in on the OBI at $5,000 cash for surety. Is that sufficient?
Is he still in on that bond, or is he never arrested?
I don't think he ever got out.
Okay, he's still in on that bond.
All right, so
do we need a GPS or not? Did I hear a rumor of a more serious charge to be considered, or?
I think that these were the charges.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be filed.
I didn't hear that.
Attempted homicide.
Oh. Well, nobody told me, amazingly. I think we'd like to find that out in order to recommend the appropriate bond.
Okay. Investigate that.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Raymond Law. Case number TRD 23-530, A, B, and C.
Sir, you Raymond Law? It's Sir, you Raymond Law? It's alleged that you missed a sentencing hearing back in December of 25. So this past December, you were supposed to be in court for sentencing. I think we got Mr. Sowers after you. Did Mr. Sowers get after you about this, or how did you get back in custody? No? Do you admit or deny that you failed to come to court over your sentencing? You admit it? It was, and it looks like it's just a driving suspension and a distracted driving and a lane violation. Was a wreck, but I think it was just your car. Is that right? Do you have an explanation for not coming back to court? I didn't understand what you said. You're on the streets? What are you doing now? Where's that? Scotttown, that's a good place to live. It's a good place to be from. We're in Scotttown, it's a big metropolis. That's where my family, I never lived there, but all my family's from. Wagner's Branch, okay. Well, we were so prominent out there, we had our own ridge, Capper Ridge. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's a gravel road. Off of Greasy Ridge. Mr. Hill's family's from out there too. He's from the side of the family that did really well. They moved into the big city, and they don't like to admit they're Greasy Ridge, Perkins Ridge, Capper Ridge.
You ever hear me say that? I never said that. You may
That's
have talked
assumed it.
You might have talked to cousin Dick or something back in the day.
So anyway, how long you been in jail now? Where'd you get picked up? You must have, you have some other charges over here other than this? This is it? Down in Ironton? Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish this up by your jail time. So your case is completed by jail. Here. Okay.
State of Ohio versus Rafael Massad. Rafael Massad. Case number TRD 25-1497.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. This is an old case from back in about a year ago, July 25.
Yes, sir.
And it alleges that on June 29th of 2025, you were in the village of South Point driving with a suspended license. First degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine.
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a job?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I'm a nurse extern at St. Mary's over in Huntington.
Okay. Mr. Smith, I'll appoint you.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry, sir.
I'll withdraw the capias. There have been a capias for you.
What's that?
Order to arrest you since you didn't show up for your hearing.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So now you're here. I'll let you sign a $1,000 signature bond. As long as you show up, you don't have to post the money. Do you have your license back, or?
One more time?
Do you have a license now?
Yes, sir. I had a license at the time, actually.
Okay. Well, talk to Mr. Smith, maybe get it dismissed.
Absolutely. Yes. That's just your promise.
The 10th or 14th of August?
I could do the 10th, Judge.
August 10th will be the next 10th.
Yeah, and we'll give you time to come in the office, but your next time in the court's office.
Morning, someone reporting to me Mr. Cox's mother, who advised me that he was in custody in Cabell County, West Virginia at the Western Regional Jail. I have confirmed that he is in custody. the individual that called indicated they don't believe he'll be out of custody in West Virginia for a period of 6 to 9 months.
Okay. But this is an OVI, so it's a serious charge. What's the state want to do?
We just asked for a bench warrant, Your Honor.
Okay. The bench warrant issued, he has his bail bond up.
I've asked his family to have him contact me as soon as he's out of jail, and we'll make arrangements to get him in as quick as we can.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Braden Patterson, case number TRC 26718, and
Mr. Steyer's case set for pre-trial.
Your Honor, this matter is an OVI with a urine screen. It is still outstanding. The state, and I discussed this earlier, and I guess I'm saying this, the state would make a motion to continue this to the 24th of July, which is kind of the end of the time that they have to get the results in before the 90 days, but not exactly the end.
Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe the end is July 31st, so
The docket's actually better on the 20th. Are you better on the 20th?
Let me check my calendar. There's a couple days I'm not, but I am available the 20th.
Let's do the 20th.
If the state has a motion on this matter.
Your Honor, it turns out that the vehicle was returned to the victim even before the NCIC alert was put out. So she was okay with the dismissal of the charge, and we're willing to go ahead and do that.
You know.
Thank you. Case is dismissed. Thank you. Thank you. Your Honor, based on a couple different things going on right now. One is a still pending driving suspension, and the other is a collection of cases that are in review status. Mr. Spalding is working toward getting his license reinstated. He has run into some problems, that being that I guess there's a requirement of a SR-22, and he doesn't have the money to pay for that right now, but expects that he can get that money together, get that paid, and get himself reinstated fairly quickly. In the meantime, I believe he's done some community service. Where's that at?
Well, I haven't been the last few weeks, but I've been seeing Nina over at OVP in Huntington the last about 4 or 5 weeks in a row. I can have her, I can call her up and have her send you a letter.
Misdemeanor here. We get a report from her. And there's also ordered to be restitution paid to those.
Yes, Your Honor. I just found out about the restitution amount and the amount of days for community service this past week, and I will work towards that starting Monday.
Do you have a report on Spalding?
I do not.
Okay.
Can we get a report?
Yeah, I can.
No, it's Nina over at OVP.
But she's OVP.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's with OVP. She's not Nina, but she's works for OVP.
Okay, let's recall and
Thank you.
report from OVP. Okay, we'll recall later.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Corey Craig Easton, case number CRB 26371A and B, CRA 25810. Mr. Stratton is on Zoom, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Stratton is here.
Yes, I wanted to put it on for today. I'm doing videos because I wanted to see how she was doing.
We probably need to have because OVP took her there. Mr. Mann.
I do not, Your Honor.
I actually reached out to them this morning, and I'm waiting on a phone call back.
Okay, she's already contacted her and is trying to get information. The court can receive that. If you want to be present, it's okay. I'm not going to require you to be present as long as you consent to the report being made to the court.
Yeah, I consent, Your Honor, and you can set it any day, like even in August, except the 17th or 24th. And if Mr. Bennett will just let me know what's going on, that would be great.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
This is a matter that we'll recall later.
All right.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Clay Stark, case number CRB 21922, TRC 213597, A, B, C, and D. And CRA 06-1221, TRD 06-3654.
Your Honor, Mr. Stark is with, you focus? No.
No, my mom's in the hospital.
Okay, I apologize. Your Honor, this matter, what we're dealing with here are a number of old cases that are in the review posture. Mr. Stark has not gotten much done recently, however, the reasons for that are currently that his mother's in the hospital, and then prior there was.
He still has, I'm showing 2 files that are unresolved, one of which is an OVI from 2021 that's still pending, December 21st, 2021, and it looks like, well, it's his 7th lifetime, so that's still pending, and then there's 21-922 still pending. And that was a possession of drug paraphernalia.
And Your Honor, I discussed it with the state. I don't have a specific offer yet on the pending charges. So it's pending that. I'll communicate it to Mr. Stark.
Do we know what you want to offer, or do you know the pretrial?
I believe this is a first offense as it's charged because
It's a second, because I was looking at it from
It's
today.
a refusal.
Well, there's.
06.
Which is outside the 10-year limit.
Yeah, it's a first and 10.
With a refusal and a prior in 20.
But then it's the 7th or 8th lifetime.
Right.
And I'm also looking at the time frame of those ones a long time ago would have indicated a felony, but I don't know that it, but, so he's got quite a history. I'm not quite sure what we would offer at this time, except that it is pretty serious, and usually situations like this, in 2021, there was an indication that he was on methadone, so whether he would want to get treatment or not.
In that case, Your Honor, what I would suggest would be that we set another pretrial in this matter, and I would advise Mr. Stark, it's his option obviously at this point, but I would advise him to go ahead and get a substance abuse assessment from one of our providers, and when we come back, based on that assessment, the state may be...
I'm injured. I'm actually on step down.
Where at?
At Huntington Treatment Center.
Huntington Treatment Center, I think that's methadone clinic.
Yeah, I'm on my way out and I'm going down.
What are you at now?
90 milligrams.
And how high were you at one time?
I'm just now starting now.
Okay.
90's the highest.
He's at 90 and he's beginning step down. I don't know if anyone, is there anyone here that can talk to somebody that's on methadone?
Any outpatient facilities.
So if someone, again, my thought would be to have someone give an opportunity to speak to somebody who'd like to do that, and we can come in here and come back in a few weeks or time frame.
Sounds like there's some options there. August 3rd?
I am here August 3rd, and we've already set something that day.
All right, August 3rd will be the next hearing for Mr. Stark.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Do you have a lawyer?
No, I haven't been able to find one that was available today.
Do you still want to hire your own lawyer, or how do you want to proceed?
Yeah, I want to hire my own, but I was going to ask you for a continuance.
Okay, this is the first pretrial. You'll have to waive time constraints to do that, you understand?
I don't know what that means.
Well, you have a right to make the state bring your case to trial within a certain time frame, but you're the one delaying because you're trying to get a lawyer, so this time isn't going to run against the state's requirements to bring you to trial. Do you understand that?
Yeah, but I can't get a court-appointed lawyer, right? That's what you told me last time, because I make too much money.
Yeah, well, I can reevaluate you if you want. What's your income?
It's still the same.
Well, I don't remember.
Well, it's 7. I work 7 days a week, make $16.50 an hour. So.
Okay. Do you have any dependents?
No. Anywhere from like 60 to...
Oh, you get overtime? You should.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're not, I mean, for a single person, the limit is, I just recalculated it this week, it's 187% of the federal poverty rate. So, $29,920. If you make more than $29,920 and you don't have any dependents, I can't give you a court appointed lawyer. It sounds like you're making more than that.
Yep.
Dependents, I can't give you a court appointed lawyer. It sounds like you're making more than that.
Yep.
Quite a bit, so I'll give you more time to try to get a lawyer.
Okay.
But you do understand you're waiving time constraints.
Yeah.
So how much time do you think you need?
Where do I sign it?
All right, Mr. Hill, the prosecutor.
You just...
Oh, he's already signed it, okay. Just did, so you already signed it. Okay, you're free to go.
All right, thanks.
State of Ohio versus Gregory Martin, case number TRD 26431 Gregory Martin.
Good morning. Still.
Good morning. This is set for free call today. Do you have a lawyer, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you going to represent yourself? Or are you
Yes,
going to
sir.
hire a lawyer? Or?
Yes, sir. All I have to do is just to pay my reinstatement fine.
You're trying to get your license.
Yes,
right?
yes, that's all that's remaining.
So you're asking for continuance?
Yes, sir, if that's okay.
How much time do you think you need?
A couple weeks, a month, whatever.
Sometimes it takes longer than you think.
That's fine.
Let's make it a month at least.
That'd be fine.
Mondays or Fridays?
Fridays.
14th of August will be your next hearing.
10 a.m.?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
You too.
State of Ohio.
Okay. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
You too.
State of Ohio versus Jeffery Abbott, case number TRD 26936, TRC 192363 A and B. Your Honor, he's now on Zoom. He was called for review this morning.
All right, Jeffery Abbott is by teleconference for review on 2 cases. All right. Have you done anything on your case, Mr. Abbott?
No, but I've been in treatment. I haven't been able to do anything. No, I could probably call my mom and see if she'll pay all my fines, so.
Where are you in treatment?
My pleasure.
Okay. I want them to send me in a report that you're in treatment. And
He did. She sent a letter.
okay, I don't have it. How'd she send it?
Emailed it.
To who?
She's pulling it up right now, Your Honor. Amber Terry. Emailed it.
To who?
She's pulling it up right now, Your Honor. Amber Terry.
Amber Terry. Okay. All right, so we'll go another month out.
Okay.
We'll set it for August 10th
Yes, sir.
at 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
No warrant, then I'll cancel. You did appear. Okay, August 10th.
All right, thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Trevor Hodge, case number CRD 2379.
He's got a good report. You've got just a little bit left to do on your fines.
I plan on paying that off today, Your Honor.
Okay. But I don't see that you're saying that he's completed.
He is stepping down from one of our houses.
Make it in September for next hearing.
They told me I was graduating without an application.
What the hell is that back here?
September 11th will be your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go see the clerk.
State of Ohio versus Robert Jenkins, case number TRD 261220 A and B, CRB 26424 A and B.
26424A alleges failure to stop after an accident. And the state's alleging that at Rome Township, June 30th, you were operating a motor vehicle involved in an accident or collision, did not remain at the scene of the accident, and it was a 94 Ford Ranger that they're alleging to crash. So that's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. 26424B alleges that you failed to keep your vehicle on the right half of the roadway. That's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. Do you understand these charges? Plead to these charges.
I'm going to plead guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting it's true. You waive your rights to have a trial with a lawyer if you enter guilty. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Does the state have a report and a recommendation on this?
Yes, Your Honor. All right. Unit number 1 was traveling southbound on County Road 411 while Unit 2 was traveling northbound. Unit 1 drove left of center, striking Unit 1. Unit 2 driver stated Unit 1 seemed to be moving at a high rate of speed. Unit 2 driver verbally stated over the phone a possible concussion. Unit 2 driver reported his shoulder was hurting. No other injuries were reported at the time of the incident. This is the crash report. Unit 1 driver left the scene of the crash accident prior to my arrival. This is the trooper speaking. He was unable to be found after I cleared the crash scene. Once Nicely's Towing had arrived on scene, the driver of the tow truck stated he knew the driver of Unit 1 and showed a picture to the Unit 2 driver and the people that arrived in the crash after the crash occurred who saw the driver of Unit 1. The Unit 2 driver and the people who saw the driver of Unit 1 verbally stated that the picture matched the driver of Unit 1. And then on July the 6th, Mr. Jenkins stated over the phone that he does not recall the accident and that he has a concussion. Mr. Jenkins stated that he did not go to the hospital for his potential injuries that occurred from this crash accident. I attempted to make contact with Mr. Jenkins at the address he had given me over the phone. However, there was no house at that address, so we need to know what his address is. Unit 1 driver is being cited for 454902A1, leaving the scene of the crash, and 4511.25A left of center.
You had insurance, apparently.
Yes, sir.
Did you turn it into your insurance company?
I actually called him Monday and told him about it.
Okay.
I had to pay a payment too Monday, so.
What's the state's position on sentencing?
One thing that we are going to need to figure out is restitution. And there was an injury apparently to the other driver, complaining that his shoulder was hurt. So yes, one thing I see here is that Mr. they report that Mr. Jenkins had financial responsibility, so at least we...
He says he notified this company this past Monday.
All right, yes, so we'll need some time to run that down.
So, knowing how insurance companies delay, I'd say we need to wait at least a month. So what's going on with the insurance company? Because they take their time. Time is money. So I would suggest a month or so to come back for sentencing. And that gives you some time to get it. Sentencing is scheduled for August the 10th at 10 o'clock. You can sign a $1,000 signature bond. That just means as long as you come to court when you're ordered to, you don't have to post any money. You're guaranteeing you'll be here.
State of Ohio versus Amy Van Zant, case number CRA 25558 A and B, PRC 25830.
Mr. Smith's case. Okay, what's the state's pleasure? I mean, she's already been sentenced on the ODI. We've got this pending, she's got possession and those are tampering with evidence too.
Well, I didn't read the whole report. I don't know if they're saying that she's completed their program.
They're not saying that.
So we're okay to have her continue. Hopefully she's seeing the benefits of it. We'd like to have another review here to see how things are going.
We agree, Judge. That'd be fine.
Okay. It's the end of August. What's your schedule?
I'm here the 10th, 17th, 21st.
Ohio versus Kerri-Lynn Pinkerton, case number TRC 26454 A, B, and C.
Judge, I've had a chance, since this was first caught up, to speak with my client, and she's been in treatment since 2024. She doesn't believe she needs further treatment and is not interested in going back to treatment at this point. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, I have my own apartment and stuff.
She has two OBIs pending now.
Yeah.
She's the one with the Ironton case that came up yesterday. It's pending.
I was supposed to bring in paper about the gabapentin. I signed and I brought it. And the other one, I actually didn't even get pulled over. I was on the side of the road and somebody called the cops.
What's the urine?
Oh, okay.
The urine on this,
Okay.
we should have it back March of 26.
It's gabapentin only.
Gabapentin only, Judge.
Okay.
We were hopeful to get it dismissed upon proof of prescription, but we had a little hiccup because of what happened yesterday. The state's, if I'm correct, not willing at this point to dismiss this because of the other allegation. And she does have the prescription for it.
Here's for April. And
Well, just because she's got a prescription doesn't mean she's not abusing it.
Yeah, well, I understand, but that was kind of where we're headed, but we're not headed there at this point. I guess is my statement. I think we probably need to come back. I don't know how soon the other one's set.
July 30th.
It's July 30th.
It is because
Her next court date.
my sister's birthday is July 30th.
But they're not going to have the results back then.
It doesn't sound like it, but that's when it's set.
It's going to say the same thing.
State of Ohio versus Laurel County, case number CRB 26147. This is
Ms. Linville here? Anyone else? All right, Ms. Linville is here. You're a lawyer, Ms. Linville. Mr. Morford has retired. So he's unable to represent you. Case is set for trial today, so we will not be having.
Your Honor, can I just go ahead and plead guilty today, or?
Well, let's see what the state wants to offer you, and you can decide if that's something you're interested in.
Okay.
Well, the state would be interested, we don't want her to go to jail today or anything like that. We'd like her to do some community service and pay a fine and stay out of Walmart. And I'm sure the court will want her to take a drug screen, and if she has drug issues, we want her to do some treatment. But we'd ask for a suspended jail.
Is that something you're interested in?
So, community service, what days would that be on?
Any day but Sunday.
So I could do it on the Saturday?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And a fine, and you said suspended jail sentence? Yes, I would take that.
Of course, the judge is the one that makes that final decision, but that'd be our request.
Okay.
You're agreeable to doing this without a lawyer? I can appoint another lawyer for you if you want.
I'll do it today.
Okay, you say you're entering a guilty plea today, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll accept your guilty plea. So before I send you, what I always do on these is because I get so many people that have drug problems, I'm gonna have you go take a urine screen. And if you're positive, I'm gonna make you get treatment. So go with Mr. Cooper, I'll show you where to go to do the urine screen.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
And then you'll come back and I'll finish it.
State of Ohio versus Daniel Doss, case number TRC 26572A and B, CRB 4, TRC.
Got his driver's license, got to work, and a job. Good report.
He hasn't had a driver's license in 11 years, sir.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
So, what sort of a time frame would we be looking to come back on?
6 weeks.
Okay. 6 weeks puts us into early September. I'm available the 11th.
That's fine. September the 11th for sentencing.
What's that date, Ron? I'm sorry.
September 11th, 10 o'clock for sentencing. Okay, good job, sir.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
State of Ohio recalls Robert Winnetka, case number CRA 26226.
He is here now. Dismiss case.
Robert Winnetka, case number CRA 26226.
He is here now. Dismiss case. At RRS. Good report. Excuse me. This case, pretrial.
It is, Judge. After taking a break, speak to my client, we'd like to set this for one more pretrial. We talked probation, what a probation would entail. I think we're going to resolve this, but we'd like one more pretrial possible.
The reason I'm pleading guilty is because I was with Kim, and she was dumping them beads in that thing in front of me, which I should have walked away then. I was having a bad week. I was trying to plan my daughter's baby shower. I had an eyeliner in my hand. When we get to the register, I'm scanning, like she's scanning her stuff, I'm bagging it, and I'll throw the eyeliner in there not even thinking. So I am guilty by association, and that's why I'm pleading guilty.
Okay. State take any position on sentencing?
Your Honor, just that we ask that she be.
Okay, I'll give you a $50 fine, court costs, 10 days in jail suspended, order to stay out of Walmart, 5 days community service, you can do it any day but Sunday here at the court, 2 years of probation, level 5.
What's that mean, Your Honor?
I'm sorry?
What's level 5 probation?
Non-reporting, so you don't have to report except for a review hearing. So I'm going to set it for January. I'm giving you 6 months to get this done. If you get it done before January the 11th of next year, you don't have to show up. But I have to set these dates because people won't do what they're ordered. A lot of them don't do a darn thing. And then that's judgment day. So if you're not doing anything and you don't show up, you automatically get a warrant, and that's how you can go to jail. Just do this and you'll never see the inside of the jail.
Okay.
January 11th, Get it done before then.
And what about the fine? How do I pay that, or where do I get that set up at?
You can pay it online, you can come into the clerk and pay it like the old-fashioned way, in person,
Okay.
cash.
Do you have a roundabout, you said $50 plus court costs, how much is the
It'll
court
be
cost?
$175.
So, okay, 175 plus 50.
No, 175 total should be. There might be attorney fee. So we gotta get busy with this and do it and not mess around. So I want you to come back pretty quickly, and I want a good report from ODP at the next hearing.
This event was waiting on the report.
Who did we say? I'm sorry.
Corey Craig Easton.
Oh, yeah, so I
From
did
ARC?
just speak with ARC. She is still in there and she is not stabilized yet, so they said that they would keep me up.
Maybe next week, then next Friday, check on it again. I'll put it on the docket for next Friday.
Okay.
Keep checking on her. So I think that's a good place for her to be.
Yeah, they said they're working with
Case in which Mr. Jenkins is alleged to have dispersed fentanyl inside the officer's cruiser. And there was some discussion about whether the
Treatment, but I think he needs to have an ankle monitor. I think we need to up the ante because of the circumstances. So I'd be okay with him going to treatment, but he's gonna have to wear an ankle monitor. And what that means, sir, is if you cut and run with an ankle monitor, especially if you cut, you're gonna wind up going to prison.
I'm not running,
So he's variable. His bond will be 2,000 OR once that happens.
State of Ohio recalls Anthony.
Trevor Dement.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Trevor Dement. Case number CRA 25309, CRB 25311, A and B, and others.
And I guess technically I don't think I've been reappointed to this, but I think it completed back a few months ago, but my understanding was it was added on today, I was told.
Okay, he's back on the docket today, and I've got a letter from UFR. He was referred by RRS, and are you interested in GOT?
No, Your Honor, we have an issue.
Okay, well,
Do we want to approach?
yeah.
Can we approach, Your Honor?
I'm sorry.
Can we approach?
Yeah.
Now, what is this?
25309, possession of cocaine.
He actually failed to appear for a hearing on March 1, 26th.
Maybe it was very here.
Okay.
And you put him on ankle monitor. You went to RS and then
Yes.
Okay, I have that.
There, it's my understanding, because of some issues with the RRS, so that's not a situation the court really likes, but it happened. So we're going to look into this and what should take place and evaluate, because there's quite a few files here. And my understanding, we're going to do that within, how about the 27th?
I can't, I've got a jury trial. Mr. Smith and I both are scheduled for that jury trial.
How about the 31st?
31st, I'm available.
Let's do the 31st. The 24th is not a good day. So July 31st will be the next hearing.
Thank you.
You are.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
State of Ohio. State of Ohio recall of Jordan Wolf, case number CRB 25-123. Jordan Wolf.
Your Honor, if I may, I have a note also. Ms. Wolf was ordered on June 1st to community service before her next hearing.
I run community service Fayette County.
Where did you do it?
I have 3 hours done, and I did it on, it's like around
I'm going to release you, but you got to get this stuff done.
I needed $25 in this note to do it.
And you left treatment, so that's not good.
But I can do community service down here now. If you guys want me to do community service down here.
Yeah. I don't want you to drive to Portsmouth to do it when you can do it here.
Yeah, when you guys do community service here.
Every day.
Calls Anthony Driver, case number CRA 26413.
Okay, this is the one we're taking evidence on.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, first witness.
Your Honor, we would call Dana Denny.
Ma'am, if you'll come up to the witness stand, which is the first chair on the raised platform, before you have a seat, raise your right hand.
Dana, tell the court your full name.
Dana Denise Denny?
Do you know Anthony Driver?
Yes.
Do you see him in the courtroom? And if you do, can you point to him?
Record will show she pointed to the defendant.
Back on July 5th, just a few days ago.
On this particular one, he had hit me
Okay.
in front of my son.
And I would like for you to kind of elaborate on that. What were the circumstances that day?
And about that time, he grabbed me by the hair of my head. He was taking my head back and forth. And then he got me in a headlock, and he started hitting me in the head, and then I blacked out. I don't know what happened after that.
Correct.
Yes, he should have a review coming up.
And he came in and he pled guilty to domestic violence on that occasion,
Yes.
right? And he's still on probation.
Yes.
Right? So did he cause physical harm to you?
This last time?
Yes.
And the time before that he was in here, yes.
Well, how about this time?
Yes.
Okay, what all did he do to you this time?
What I can remember, I remember him after he pulled my hair, and then he was hitting me in the side of the head with his fist.
Did you have to go to the hospital or doctor?
I refused to go. No.
And your son, who's going to be 18 here in just a few days, was present and saw all that?
He's seen it all.
And this was on July the 5th of this year?
Yes.
That's all I have of this witness, Your Honor.
Cross-examine.
I think you do have a picture of my face, don't you?
I think I have a picture of
And I don't know if the deputies have took a picture.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Have you shared that photograph with, making that photograph available to the prosecutor's office, correct?
If he still has it, no, I don't. I didn't take a picture myself.
And on July 5th, did you cause injury to my client's leg?
No.
So if there are photographs taken in the jail of injuries to my client's leg, you're telling the judge under oath you did not cause that injury?
I didn't understand.
Just asking, because...
No, I did not.
Other than the potential photograph taken by your son of potential injury to the side of your head, are there any other, like, internal cameras in the house, security cameras, anything like that?
He says he has some. I have no idea.
When you say... And have there been times when you dropped domestic charges against Mr. Driver?
I didn't drop. I dropped an EPO on him.
Okay.
I didn't drop charges on him.
Okay. How long ago was that, you think?
That was in, what was it?
It was this year.
This year. So the prosecutor showed a document saying it was this year. Does that sound right to you?
Yes.
Sometime earlier this year. You say you were moving a dresser with your son on July 5th, correct?
Yes,
Had you been drinking that day?
a little bit that day.
What time did you start drinking?
I don't know, I only had a few drinks, I mean, I don't know.
Well, then, let me ask you this then. Was it morning, noon, evening?
It was after, in the evening.
Okay, so sometime in the evening of the 5th.
And as well, I had to go on a well-being check on him because he had took 27 gabapentin in like 3 days. I left that evening so a domestic wouldn't happen.
When you
because
say-
of the way he was being.
And just so, and that was, you're talking about my client had taken 27 gabapentin?
Yes.
And how are you aware of that?
He sent me a picture with something tied around his neck, and he was laying in the bathtub. I left and went to my sister's that evening because I was afraid of him.
Well, and I guess my question maybe it wasn't clear. You gave a specific number, 27 gabapentin pills. How do you know it was 27 gabapentin?
That's what he told me on the phone. Now, do I know for a fact that he did that? No, I know what he told me.
Okay. No further questions, Judge?
So when did you leave because you were afraid of him? Was it that same day that this happened?
It was the weekend before that.
And then you came back
And
again?
I'm back on a Sunday.
That's all I have.
Any
That raises
calls?
no recross, Judge. Thank you.
You may step down, ma'am.
Your Honor, we'll call Matthew Stevens. Matthew, state your name for the court, please.
Matthew Allen Stevens.
Do you live at 349 Private Road, 2548, County Road 55, and in Fayette Township? And you live there with your mother, Dana Denny? And in the recent past, was Anthony Driver also living there?
Yes, he's been staying.
Say it again, I'm
He's
sorry.
been staying.
Was there an incident on July the 5th of this year that caused the sheriff to be called to your house?
There was.
Did you make that call to the
Yes, I
sheriff?
made the call.
What caused you to make that call?
The time I made the call.
Yes, what was happening that caused you to call the sheriff?
So I called the cops and stepped out, and then that's when I proceeded to stop hitting her because I guess I yelled at the I was going to call the cops.
Your Honor, were you able to hear?
Pretty much, yes.
What were you doing when all this happened?
I was helping my mom put a dresser in the bedroom.
And did you actually witness Mr. Driver hitting your mom?
Yes.
How long have you known Mr. Driver? You have any idea? Well, let me ask you this question instead. How long has he been living there? Had he been living there with you and your mother?
I'm not exactly sure how long, but it's been a good bit.
And have you ever seen him be violent with your mother before?
They've been just back and forth, like yelling, but not physical like he was that night.
Did your mother do anything that would cause someone to become so agitated that they would start beating on her?
Not that I know. We were just trying to put a dresser in there for him. And he started yelling, and she yelled back because she was standing right there, and he started to hit her. Which, after she'd gotten hit about 3 to 4 times on the side of the head, she started hitting him back because she was trying to get out of the headlock that he had her in.
This dresser, was this something you were moving from a different part of the house or something you brought in the house?
We went to a friend's house to get the dresser for him, and we were moving in the bedroom, and decided to put it on his side of the bed. I knocked over a drink on accident on his phone, and that's all.
So you got the dresser for him?
Yes, we went to get the dresser for him so he could have something to put his clothes in.
So this happened, like you'd been gone, you brought the dresser back, you come in the house, and then it happened.
I do have it on my phone.
Did you have a chance today to look to make sure it's still preserved on your phone?
Yes, I have it.
And it is? Okay. And you're willing to get that to the prosecutor?
Yes, I
Okay.
can.
When you say that you called law enforcement, did your mother instruct you to call, or did you decide on your own? How was law enforcement called?
Well, as she was getting hit, she was saying or yelling to call 911, and then I yelled that I was going to call 911. And after I actually dialed them and started calling, that's whenever he proceeded to stop hitting her after I walked out. And then she came out behind me following, putting her glasses back on after they had gotten knocked off.
So did you see your mom black out?
Well, she was facing away from me because she was facing him laying in bed.
Sure.
And after she yelled at him to stop yelling because she was standing right in front of him, he had started hitting her, grabbed her by the hair. After about 3 punches she took, and her glasses went flying, she started hitting him back to try and get out of the headlock that she was in. I yelled at him.
So you saw your mother strike my client, but your testimony was, it was defensive, if I'm getting your testimony right? Okay. And who drove to get the dresser, you or your mom?
Actually, our friend that we was going to her house, she had driven.
Okay. So your mom didn't drive to get the
She
dresser?
did not drive.
No further at this time, Judge, thank you.
Mr. Hugh, did you see your mom's glasses get knocked off her head?
I had just noticed that they just were not on her head.
Mr. Hugh, did you see your mom's glasses get knocked off her head?
I had just noticed that they just were not on her head anymore. And I don't know where they went. I didn't see her get them because I ran out all the cops and then went on the phone with the police. Then after she came out of the room, she had them in her hand. So I assumed that she found them.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Anything further?
No, Judge, thank you.
You may step down.
We rest, Your Honor.
Judge, the defense.
And I am literally scared if he gets out that he is going to come and do something to me.
Okay. Yes, so was substance use part of the issue here, do you think?
I don't know about that night, but the previous...
Figured that was still an ongoing issue with him.
I can put an ankle monitor on him, whereas if he leaves a certain area, or even comes toward your area, it would notify, he would go to prison. Would that make you feel any differently about it?
I just don't want him back around me, period. I'm scared of him.
Well, I understand that. The problem is, if substance use is the main reason that he acts out the way he does, if we don't cure that, this is not a lifetime sentence. I mean, we're going to have to deal with him out and about in the community at some point. So do we take some risk to you, because he's not going to be jailed, but he's not going to stay in jail forever anyway.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying he's been through in and out of rehabs. I got him in OVP up here before, and he signed himself out.
How long ago was that?
It was when his grandmother passed away. I'm thinking... I'm not real sure, November, December?
No, I'm not.
What if I...
Well, not about the case. Just for trying to...
Okay, so let's put it back on the docket for Monday, but I would be willing to...
Jury trial, I'm sorry, Monday,
Okay.
Tuesday.
A week from
A week from today, Judge, yeah, I got that Monday, it's definitely going.
I would consider releasing him Well, do I still have jurisdiction? Is anybody? I'm going to
Now that he's been
bind it
found
over
over.
to the grand jury, but it'll take how long?
In a month, at least 2 to 3 weeks before they present it, if they present it this month. Suitable to treatment, I think that,
Yes.
at least in the short term, would be good for him, and if you want to hold the base, I have no objection.
Well, let's do this. I would prefer him to go to the counseling center, and that's a really good program. And it gets,
He's fine, Judge, he'll go.
so I'm going to withhold my decision, and we'll put it back on my docket for 1 week from today, which is the 17th.
I'll be here.
And in the meantime, I'm going to request the counseling center to assess him for treatment. For inpatient. If you leave or cut the ankle monitor off, that's the only way you can get away is cut the ankle monitor off. It is guaranteed you are going to prison if you do that. Guaranteed. Everybody that's
Your Honor, I was on, out on good leave, and I was.
okay, so the next hearing here will be the 17th.
And Your Honor, I'm also going into treatment for my liver too. They believe that my liver's shutting down. I'm not sure yet. I gotta get tests. I was in stage 4 and then I was in stage 3, and I still gotta get tests.
Okay. Well, if you go to the counseling center, I think they're really good about medical too, so they can help you with that. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
I'll help out and take one of them.
No, well, it is, right now, still 10,000 cash.
I thought I was just picking up those 3.
He has 2 charges, aggravated possession of drugs and possession of cocaine.
It's okay.
They are both felony 5s under Ohio law. Felony 5s carry a maximum penalty of 1 year in jail and a $2,500 fine. The state's alleging that on June 28th, she was in possession of cocaine. The state's alleging that on July the 4th, here in Lawrence County, she was in possession of methamphetamine.
Fue una sola vez, fue el 4 de julio.
That was just once on July the 4th.
Okay. Ask her if she has money to hire a lawyer. Does she have a job? Yeah. Does she have a job?
Sí.
What is her job?
Son instaladora de fibra óptica para internet.
I install optic fiber for internet.
Judge, they're both at 5s. I'd like to set a little bit less, just because she says she has $500, maybe $3,500 cash, just to be safe.
I'll set it at $3,500. So you can tell her I've set a bond at $3,500 cash or surety. You can also tell her, please, that she could post a $3,500 bond if it's 10%. $350. Okay, I'm setting that bond, but the problem is now ICE has a holder on her, so even if she posts the bond, she can't get out until they lift their holder.
¿Y cómo pueden revisar ese caso? Porque a mí no me han informado de nada que hay ni de eso de residencia y todo.
Okay, and how is that going to work? Because no one has called me about a hold that I have on ICE, or ICE has a hold of me, I'm sorry. I already presented my documents, my residence, and all of that.
I'm going to set it for another hearing, and we'll see what happens between now and the next hearing. I don't issues that would be litigated in another court, but not this court. Let's see. Okay, we're going on to the next defendant now. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Pedro Hidalgo. State of Ohio versus Pedro Hidalgo, case number.
He said yes. He has 3 charges: driving under the influence, driving under a suspended license, and he understands those charges.
Yes.
I am told that ICE has a holder on him for immigration status violations.
Una retención de parte de ICE por un estado migratorio.
ICE hold for my immigration status, I'm sorry?
Yes, that's wish to plead to them. He can plead guilty or not guilty. Okay, I'm going to accept his guilty plea, and I'm going to delay sentencing until next Friday, because I'm informed that maybe ICE will pick him up before then.
Friday?
1 week from today. So I'm setting his name, and I'll set a cash or surety bond of $5,000 cash or surety.
¿Me puede repetir que no entendí muy bien, por favor?
Pero sería para la siguiente semana, el siguiente viernes, se estoy estableciendo la siguiente sesión para el 17 de julio para revisar la sentencia y la fianza.
No pudiera, y hoy no pudiera ponerme en la sentencia o no sé, o los cargos o lo que me vayan a poner en mi contra o sobre mi persona.
Are you going to determine the charges or the conviction on today?
I'm not going to sentence him today because I think it may be useless, because if ICE picks him up, he can't serve the sentence anyway. He'll be in their custody. Does he have any question? A hearing 1 week from today, July 17th. If he's still in our jail then, he'll come back and I'll sentence him. But I think he'll probably be gone by then. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Adolfo Gomez, case number TRC 261219.
Here's the middle on this one. She got a warrant for failure to appear. Driving under the influence, driving without a license, and failure to control. The last charge was failure to control his vehicle.
Thank you. Muy bien, está aquí con 3 cargos el día de hoy por manejar bajo las influencias de sustancias, por manejar sin licencia y por fallar en el control de su vehículo.
Yesterday. The driving under the influence carries a maximum of 6 months in jail and a $1,000.
Como dije, vuelvo a repetir, no era culpa mía.
Well, I have never been to jail, and this is the first accident I have. It was not my fault.
Okay, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for him.
Está bien, muchas gracias. Aquí no tengo hijo acá, pero en México tengo hijo.
I don't have children here, but in Mexico I do.
Okay. Does he believe that his immigration status is legal in the United States?
¿Ah? Perdón.
At 5,000 cash or surety, you can tell him that.
Muy bien, bueno, voy a establecer otra audiencia para el 17 de julio. Voy a establecer la fianza en 5,000 en efectivo o bienes.
¿Hasta cuándo?
Right now,
Sorry, sir, go ahead.
right now, even if he posts bond, he can't get out because ICE has a holder on him. if he is still here, if ICE doesn't pick him up by next Friday, I'll appoint a lawyer to represent him then.
Sí, para la siguiente vez me sigue aquí y ahí esto lo ha recogido, voy a asignarle un abogado para usted.
Entonces, pues digamos, si yo busco un abogado, ¿puedo venir cualquier día o qué?
So, let's say if I look for an attorney, can I come back here the other day or what?
He has a hearing 1 week from today, July 17th, in this court, and if he's still here in our jail.
Que si yo voy a pagar digamos, la fianza así ahorita, pues, ¿se puede, no?
So, if I want to pay the bond now, can I do it or no?
He can, but it probably. Thank you very much. Okay, so you've never been arraigned on this charge, right? You never appeared before. But you've got a copy of the complaint? Did you get served with the complaint?
No.
How'd you know to be here then?
Whenever I got released from jail, I was there for like 5 or 6 hours, and then whenever I had left that morning, they told me you have court on Thursday, but they didn't give me any papers, so I came here.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
It's disorderly conduct is the charge. Can we print out the judgment entry on that paradigm discharge?
If I plead guilty, would that automatically give me the maximum?
No. I would hear from the prosecutor what their recommendation is, hear from you, and then I would make a decision. You don't want, that's the most that can happen.
Your Honor, we're going to make a motion to amend this to a minor misdemeanor.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. So so it's went down. So M4, this is what you were charged with is the lowest level of jailable offenses. They're going to amend it to less than that, a minor misdemeanor, which means no jail. The maximum is a $150 fine. So how do you plead to that charge as amended to an MM?
I'll plead guilty, Your Honor.
Does the state have any?
I have one here from Deputy Mullins, and it says that on June the 3rd, 2026, at 3:05 a.m., much too late to be up, I was dispatched to 218 Township Road, 372 in Ironton, Ohio, which is it's in Perry Township. Reference an intoxicated female. Upon arriving at the residence, we were met outside by a friend of the female who led us into the residence to speak to the female. I walked in and identified her to be intoxicated and was crying. I spoke to the caller, who identified as Samantha. Samantha advised that she had a get-together and drank alcohol. Samantha advised she offered to take Kara home, but Samantha also advised Kara was approaching the neighbor's house to get a ride home. Samantha advised that she had to lead Kara back to the house and advised she believed Kara was a danger to herself because she wanted for us to take her. I placed Kara under arrest with no issue and transported her to the Lawrence County Jail for disorderly conduct.
So what do you say?
Guilty.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
But why would you choose to go to jail? You must have been really mad at Samantha.
Well, I remember trying to get an Uber, and there was no Ubers available. We were out like in 243, and I do remember her saying like, you can stay here, or I can take you home, or I can call the cops. And we had all been drinking, so I didn't want her driving. But I don't know, whenever
Okay. Did you regret that decision later? Yeah. You should just stay there.
Your Honor?
Yeah.
I mean, this doesn't even sound like it ought to be here to me.
Okay.
We'll dismiss it.
All right, just kept getting better and better, so you're free to go.
Thank you so much. So, I don't pay the...
You don't have to pay anything, it's over, it's done. It's
Thank you
dismissed.
so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everyone. Good luck.
Okay, court's adjourned.